guys, welcome to day 11. I am sitting at the gas station and I am getting gas. That's as exciting as that gets. So today is day 11 of the SOS free challenge and I am doing okay so far. It's not been too bad. So today I brought with me a bowl of the white bean and potato rosemary soup. It is actually, I licked off the spoon when I was making a bowl of it for myself, and it's actually still extremely good. So I'm actually looking forward to that. If I can make another couple of meals like that, it would make this challenge a whole lot easier, because that was really good. I really enjoyed my sushi that I had last night, but then for like hours afterwards I was burping fishy flavor, and that was just nasty. But I don't think that had anything to do with the sushi. I think my stomach might have been just upset or something like that, because that doesn't ever happen. And then I also brought with me oh shoot, I'm done already. Jeez, that was fast. I also brought with me one of those peanut butter and jelly bars. So I decided that regardless of whether I get satiated on fat or not, I really don't want to eat a high-fat diet. So even though I really like those, I'm going to eat one more of them, and then I put the package in the closet for the kids to eat. So it's probably a better idea. But I do have one daughter that's vegan, and so she will definitely, and she goes to school, and then she doesn't have lunch because of her class schedule. She didn't have lunch till like 1, so she gets hungry in the middle of the morning, and so I buy some of the Enjoy Life little snack bar things for her, but she'll eat these. She'll like that. Anyway, so I brought a big huge salad, and I just finished having a drink that my husband made. It was one of the mint flavored drinks. Oh, super awesome. I did have him make it with the almond milk again, and that worked out really well. I didn't even, honestly, I thought about the fact that it's not as creamy, but I didn't even notice it really. It was just a passing thought because it was so good it didn't really matter. So then I also put together, they had spaghetti for supper, so I put a couple noodles in a bowl and put a little bit of the avocado salsa stuff on it, and it was really strong. Not like flavor wise, but like richness wise. So I ended up leaving probably a third of it in the bowl, and actually just getting rid of it because I didn't think I could eat that much of something that rich. So I need to get out and take care of my gas pump, and I will talk to you guys again in a little while. So I am on my way home, and I thought that I would chat at you guys for a few seconds, seeing as it's light enough out for me to actually see my phone and see you guys, which I know I can't see you, but however, the lighting in here is horrible. So the sun is coming up in front of me. It's not up over the horizon yet, but it's all beautiful pinks and purples and stuff and reflecting off of me, and it looks, well, that's a horrible color, but whatever, can't do much about it. So last night I had my my soup, and then I had my salad and my little peanut butter and jelly bar. That's what that was called. And I decided that I really like them. They're very, very good, but they're very, very high in fat. So I am going to give the rest of them to my kids. Kids can tolerate that amount of fat. They get a lot more exercise than I do. And they just seem to, I don't know, it seems like they just sweat fat for real. Like when they're young, they're so healthy, running around being busy all the time. So today, it's actually the weekend, but I'm going to go home and work with Connor because we went roller skating on Friday. We didn't finish all of our schoolwork from Friday, so I'm going to go home and do English with Connor, which unfortunately that's one of his advanced classes. That's not the unfortunate part. It's one of his advanced classes, but unfortunately it's a lot of work, like a lot of work. The amount of work that they give you for one class period is like enough for an entire week, honestly. It's insane. So Like, he has a handwriting thing that he has to do, and that's usually 3 pages. And there's a grammar and writing book that he has to typically do something with. Like last week, he had to write a song on one day and then revise the song using a checklist on another day. You know how hard it is to think of a song that you want to write when you're 8? And then this week before that, he had to write a math story. I think this next week he has to write an email. I was like, that's interesting. So he has to do that, and then there's a section in the book that he has to always read, like a story out of the book, and there's questions that you have to answer. And then on Mondays, there's a pre-test spelling test. On Fridays, you have to take a post-test spelling test, and there's 4 pages in a different workbook that you do in order to prepare for the spelling test. It's just, and that's not all of it. You have to watch slides on like little animations on the computer about sentences and sentence structure and that kind of thing, and you figure out like exclamatory sentences versus a statement versus a question versus all that kind of stuff. So it's an excellent curriculum. It's just a lot. So I actually go through and do all of it with him to kind of speed things up a little bit. So I don't do the work for him. He still has to write it out himself. He still has to do everything himself. But I make sure that he understands what it is that he's going over and that it makes sense, so that he doesn't have to sit there and think about, well, what is this that I'm reading and why am I reading this and this doesn't make any sense to me, that kind of thing. He's a pretty smart kiddo, so it's not hard for me to have to help him. It's a lot of work. So anyway, we're going to do that this morning. It'll probably take us about an hour and a half. Each class is supposed to take approximately an hour, and it might even take 2 hours because Fridays tend to be pretty heavy. Mondays and Wednesdays are, I think he has that class. Yeah, he has that 3 times a week. So anyway, long story short, I'm going home to do English. So I am hopeful that I'm going to go to bed. My husband needs to go do grocery shopping today. I'm hopeful that I'm going to get to bed and have him pick up some stuff for me, and I would like to get up a little bit early tonight because there's something that I was looking at on the internet that I would like to try making, and it shouldn't take a terribly long amount of time. The sauce you just blend, so that's obviously easy, but the rice wrap things could take a little while. Maybe not too long, but you have to chop up all the stuff that goes in it, and that could take a little bit. So anyway, I would really like to do that tonight, and I would like to show you guys what I'm working on, and so you could see maybe if you wanted to try it. And the sauce is SOS free, and obviously the rice wraps would be SOS free because you just put vegetables and rice in the middle of a paper wrapper. But I'm really excited about it, so hopefully I get to do that tonight. That would be my goal, but we'll see. Sometimes I don't sleep. Like if I stay up, kind of get a second wind about like 10 o'clock or so in the morning, and then I can't fall asleep very well unless it's noon or 1 o'clock. So if I don't go to sleep until noon or 1, I'm not really going to want to get up at 5 rather than 6. So we'll see. I don't know. But anyway, that's it. That's all for me for the day. Yeah, I don't have anything else exciting to tell you guys. Except, okay, maybe I should tell you this. I'm a little concerned about my weight. I just feel a little heavier than I have. So we'll see what happens. I know that I'm not gaining muscle because I'm not working out. So it's not that I'm gaining muscle weight. So usually I wouldn't be that concerned about weight. I'm more concerned about how clothes fit. But, oh, somebody got their tree toilet papered. That's interesting. I wonder what that's all about. Can you see that? No, all you can see is a part of my truck. Never mind. But, interesting. Oh, there's another one. Oh, those are cobwebs. This person actually did that on purpose. Oh, their house is decorated with a spider. Ew. Oh, last night when Anthony and I were walking out to my truck, when he was walking me out, there was a massive spider. And my husband doesn't get freaked out by anything. And even he was like, whoa, that's a big spider. I was like, yeah, I'm going to walk across the lawn rather than down the sidewalk because I'm not going to play with that at all. I didn't want to disturb his web. And he's outside, I'm not going to do anything about it. If he was in the house, it'd be a different story. But I definitely don't kill bugs when they're in their outside realm, except for mosquitoes. I do tend to slap at mosquitoes if they're around. They're nasty little disgusting critters that carry disease and grossness and stuff. So anyway, that was my diatribe about what was grossing me out last night about the spider. I mean, like a huge spider. It wasn't a tarantula or anything like that, or a black widow or anything exciting. It just was a huge ass spider. So I'm home, I'm parked, I'm going in. See you guys tomorrow.